I've already recorded this video once, so let's hope I get it right this time. Fuck. What's up, guys? It's the most consistent YouTuber there is on the internet. Your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber, and overall great guy, back again with another video. And today we're talking about a work-related injury where I was injured by a customer, of all things, by a child. Really, not directly, sort of. I mean, a chain of events led to it, but if I want a clickbait title, then injured by a child I was. Yeah, we're going to be talking about, might not, I mean, it doesn't look very bad anymore, but if I can get this to focus on my hand, you might see some little marks on my knuckles there. No, it's focusing on my face. Focus on my hand. Can you see just, anyway, yeah, there's an injury I sustained to my hand while working, and I'm going to talk you through that now. So it's the start of the shift, like literally 5 minutes in, and I'm taking a cage out. We're working with some new people on this day. Well, I am. We're all in confectionery. For those who don't know, I work at Big W. We're working the confectionery section, like the lollies and stuff, like this stuff. This is empty. Should throw that out. Yeah, we're working in confectionery, and I go and get a cage. I think I'll bring a cage out of stuff for us to work so that we can work, because that's what you do at work. Anyway, yes, I'm getting this cage and I bring it out to the shop floor, and I'm around the front, and there's this sort of Halloween stand. There's a couple Halloween stands actually, because obviously it's Halloween time of year. And obviously these sections are very popular. There's often children around them. There's often people around them getting costumes, getting lollies, getting all sorts of stuff. So I'm bringing this cage out along the shop floor. Just vibing, just chilling, just running this cage out so that we can work it, as I mentioned about 50 times already. And then boom, a child runs out in front of the cage, blissfully unaware of the fact that this person is centimeters, maybe a meter away from running them over. So at this point, I have two options. Either I swerve and be a hero that saves the child's life, or I just firm it, keep going, and kill a child in the middle of the store while working. You might be surprised, but I chose the former option and swerved out of the way so that this blissfully unaware child could survive the rest of the day, and hopefully some more days and years to come. But I mean, who knows? That's not up to me. So yeah, I swerve out of the way. But what I didn't expect was for there to be a wall coming so soon behind me. A wall of what was like makeup stuff or lipstick stuff somehow. And I don't really know what I hit my hand on. But anyway, I swerved with quite a bit of pace, like a little yank, to turn out of the way. And then from this yank, from this turn, the cage is now moving at quite some pace. So I attempt to like slow it down to a halt, and I've got my hand around like the side of the cage, like I'm holding like a bit of the. Why'd I make that motion? That's dodgy. Anyway, yeah, I try to stop the cage. Cage is moving too fast and goes full force into this wall with my hand jammed between like the cage. So I'm like holding a pillar of the cage, and my hand gets jammed between the cage itself and a wall. Quite a bit of pain. Quite a shock to the system to experience this sudden pain that I didn't even see coming. But of course, I'm working at this point. There's customers around, so I just sort of firm it. I have a little look at my hand. Oh god, it's covered in blood. As you can, I mean, I should have shown a photo earlier. Hopefully, I will find a photo to show earlier than this. But if I didn't show one already, I'll show another one here. It looked like this. The photo I'm probably showing on screen now is from days after, maybe a day or two after. But yeah, at the time it looked very bad. Knuckles covered in blood, not looking too good. So I continued. I had to firm it. As I said, there were customers around, and then the mum, hearing a major accident in the vicinity of a child, comes over, sees what's going on. And then I just sort of keep the cage. I get the cage rather, and just keep trucking along. She's somehow noticed that her kid was in the way, really, and she goes like, "Oh, sorry," and shuffles the child out of the way. And I'm like, "Oh, that's all right, that's fine. Oh, good. This kid hasn't caused me an immense amount of pain, not at all." thanks for that. But yeah, obviously I had to be in work mode and keep going. So yeah, I just kept trucking along. All good, hands bleeding, but I'm hiding it at this point, not wanting anyone to see that my hand's just been massively cut open. I say massively, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, but there were like 4 spots of blood on my hand. Anyway, I take the cage out to the team that are working. I say, after what you're working now, work this one, and I head off upstairs to clean the blood off my hand. So I head to the bathroom, hand under the sink, stinging, but firm it. Gotta wash off all the blood and all the marks. I've said blood a lot in this video. You'd think it was a more chaotic scene than it probably actually was, but whatever. I gotta get a video out of it. So yeah, I wash my hand off, head back down to the shop floor, and after a little while, the boss, the big boss man, comes over and asks me how we're going, and I say all good except for the fact that my hand's bleeding. He takes one look at it and is like, what the hell happened? So yeah, I explain the story in short detail because obviously we're working during this time. Asks if I'm okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm sweet. I wasn't sweet, but I said I was sweet. And we head off to the front, like the checkouts where there's some band-aids in some drawers and stuff. So he gets some circle band-aids, some circular band-aids, I guess you should say, for me to put on my hand. And I did, covered the injury, ensured that I could keep working. I would have kept working anyway, but covered up the markings. But before putting those on, I headed back upstairs, wash it off again, per my boss's recommendation. Neither wash really helped much. I mean, I guess it cleared it up a little bit, but it was just like scratches and cuts and things that were just going to be a bit bloody no matter what. So yeah, gave it another wash just to see if it would help at all, and then band-aid it up and then head back downstairs. And that was it. No one really noticed, I don't think, after that, that I had anything going on with my hand. Yeah, I think I just worked the rest of the day. Boss checked on me a couple times, was like, how's your knuckles? Giggling because I'm an idiot that gets hurt a lot somehow. But yeah, just carried on, and that was that. It was an eventful day. Having an injury 5 minutes into a shift where I was working with new people wasn't, I mean, not the best timing, but injuries never really are for me. In fact, while we're on injuries, I'm rocking a few at the moment. If you can see here, I'll get really close to the mic. If you can see here on my arm, block my face, you can see a little marking there on my hand. And if I can even parkour a little bit to come up here, you might be able to see a cut on my leg there. And you mightn't be able to really see the bruising too much. But yeah, there's a lot of yellow bruising around my shin from what was a rather big weekend. So yes, I'm quite injury ridden. I love a good injury, but that work one was yeah, that was a fun one. Not really. It was quite the disturbance to my shift. Was annoying to work with. I also have like the knives we use, the box cutters we use. For some reason, this injury made it hurt to like push up on the knife, which despite it being to these knuckles and me pushing up with my thumb, it just, I guess the squeeze made it quite the annoying thing to do. So yeah, it wasn't a fun accident, not a fun shift that followed. The shift might have been alright, actually, I don't really remember, but yeah, that was a bit of an annoying thing. And one injury of many, but we continue and we push on. Before I head off, I should probably get a thumbnail for this video, one that's going to be like me holding my hand going like something like that, or maybe I'll go on this side and just do that, yeah, something like that, and then I can have an arrow pointing off to the photo of the injury itself. That's some little behind the scenes for you. But yeah, I might leave this video there. Hopefully this recording worked this time, because the first one I did came out all blurry and shit. Hopefully this one's okay, but we'll see how we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe, especially if you're new. I will at some point in my life post videos frequently. I make that promise all the time and then never do it, but uni particularly has been tough this semester. It's my last semester, so I have to try and do well-ish, to finish on a high note, to get the distinction average that I'm shooting for. We're just about there, but seeing how we go. But yeah, busy time. 2 weeks left of uni after like the remainder of this week, and then it will just be work, and hopefully I'll have more time to record videos, because despite the fact I never do it, I do enjoy making videos, posting them for all of you. Yeah, Good times. But yeah, take care, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace. Oh, and it's my cat's 10th birthday today, so happy birthday to her. Peace. Do I live behind bars locked up in rhyme schemes destined to fall far? My life's a high beam, can't tell man apart. These snakes you might be slow paced to start, but now I'm light speed. Don't wanna follow trends, I'd rather be set away for year end. Skipping to December, plus making my bend. I'll leave your thoughts to matter to you know that Ben's the one to be remembered.